Is your friendship truly healthy? It's a simple question, but the answer can sometimes be complicated and uncomfortable. We all know that friendships, like any relationship, have their natural ups and downs. There will be disagreements, misunderstandings, and moments of friction. That's perfectly normal. But sometimes the dynamic shifts beyond typical challenges into something draining, damaging, and consistently negative. We're talking about toxic friendships. These aren't just difficult patches. They are patterns of behavior that actively harm your well-being, erode your self-esteem, and leave you feeling worse after interacting with the person. Recognizing the signs can be incredibly difficult, especially if you have a long history with the person or genuinely care about them. You might make excuses, doubt your own feelings, or hope things will change. But acknowledging the reality of a toxic dynamic is the first crucial step towards protecting your mental and emotional health. In this video, we're going to gently but clearly explore 7 specific signs that indicate you might be dealing with a toxic friend. More importantly, we'll delve into why recognizing these signs is vital and why, sometimes, letting go is the healthiest and most necessary choice you can make for yourself. If you've ever felt confused, drained, or consistently unhappy in a friendship, stay with us. This exploration might provide the clarity and validation you need to prioritize your own peace and make space for truly supportive connections. Let's begin this important conversation together. One of the most common and damaging signs of a toxic friendship is persistent criticism and belittling. This isn't about occasional constructive feedback offered kindly with the intention of helping you grow. Instead, it's a consistent pattern where the friend seems to find fault with almost everything you do, say, or are. Imagine a friend, let's call her Chloe. Perhaps Chloe constantly picks apart your choices, from your career path to your clothing style, often disguising insults as jokes, or just being honest. They might publicly point out your flaws or mistakes, making you feel embarrassed or ashamed. Maybe they dismiss your accomplishments with faint praise, or immediately pivot the conversation back to themselves, or something negative. This constant barrage of negativity and judgment wears you down over time. It chips away at your self-confidence, making you second-guess yourself and feel inadequate. Healthy friendships should build you up, celebrate your successes, and offer support, not consistently tear you down. If you frequently leave interactions with a friend feeling small, stupid, or unworthy, pay close attention. This pattern of belittling disguised as friendship is a significant red flag. It creates an environment where you feel unsafe to be yourself, constantly walking on eggshells to avoid the next cutting remark. True friends respect you and aim to uplift you even when offering difficult truths. They don't thrive on making you feel inferior. Does spending time with a particular friend often feel like stepping into a vortex of negativity and endless drama? This is another key indicator of a potentially toxic dynamic. Think about a friend, maybe someone like Mark, who consistently complains about everything and everyone. Their conversations might be dominated by gossip, negativity about others, or a constant stream of personal crises, often blown out of proportion. They might seem to thrive on conflict, stirring up trouble, or creating unnecessary drama in their own life, or even within your shared social circles. While everyone needs to vent sometimes, a toxic friend makes negativity their primary mode of interaction. Being around them feels emotionally draining. You might leave conversations feeling exhausted, anxious, or weighed down by their pessimism. They rarely seem to celebrate joy, either yours or their own, quickly steering conversations back towards problems or complaints. This constant exposure to negativity can significantly impact your own mood and outlook on life. It's like carrying an extra emotional burden that isn't yours to bear. Healthy friendships should involve a balance of experiences, including joy, laughter, and mutual support, not a relentless focus on the negative. If a friendship consistently drains your energy and leaves you feeling emotionally depleted due to pervasive negativity or manufactured drama, it's a sign that the relationship dynamic is unhealthy and potentially toxic for your well-being. True friends are genuinely happy for your successes and milestones. They celebrate with you, offer encouragement, and feel pride in your achievements. However, in a toxic friendship, you might notice a distinct pattern of jealousy and unhealthy competitiveness. This can manifest in subtle or overt ways. Perhaps when you share good news, a promotion, a new relationship, a personal accomplishment, the friend, let's call him Alex, responds with lukewarm enthusiasm, quickly changes the subject, or even makes comments designed to subtly undermine your joy. Oh, that's nice, but isn't that company known for overworking people? They might constantly compare themselves to you, turning your successes into a reason for their own insecurity or resentment. Sometimes this competitiveness can feel like they are actively trying to one-up you, needing to prove they are better, smarter, or more successful. This creates an uncomfortable dynamic where you might feel hesitant to share your good news for fear of their negative reaction or competitive response. You might start downplaying your achievements to avoid triggering their jealousy. A friendship should be a source of mutual support and celebration, not a constant competition where one person's win feels like another person's loss. If you sense an undercurrent of resentment or feel like you can't openly share your joys without facing jealousy or comparison, it's a strong sign that the friendship lacks genuine support and may be rooted in toxic competitiveness. One of the core pillars of a healthy friendship is mutual support, especially during challenging times. True friends show up for each other, offering a listening ear, practical help, or simply emotional comfort when life gets tough. Significant red flag in a toxic friendship is the consistent lack of genuine support when you need it most. Think about a time you were going through a difficult period, perhaps a breakup, a family issue, or work stress. How did this particular friend respond? A toxic friend, let's call them Jamie, might become suddenly unavailable, minimize your problems, it's not that bad, or you're overreacting, or even make the situation about themselves. You think you have problems. Let me tell you about my day. They might offer superficial platitudes without any real empathy or action, or they might simply disappear until the crisis has passed. This lack of reciprocity, where you might consistently offer support to them, but receive little or none in return, is deeply hurtful and revealing. It demonstrates a fundamental imbalance in the relationship and suggests that the friend is primarily interested in the connection when it's easy or beneficial for them. If you consistently feel alone or unsupported by this friend during your times of need, despite being there for them, it signals a lack of genuine care and mutual respect, a hallmark of a friendship that is likely harming rather than helping you. It questions the very foundation of the supposed friendship. Healthy friendships are built on trust, equality, and respect for each other's autonomy. Toxic friendships, however, often involve elements of manipulation and control, where one person subtly or overtly tries to influence or dominate the other. This can take many forms. Consider a friend, perhaps Riley, who frequently uses guilt trips to get their way. I thought you were my friend, I guess I can't count on you. Or plays the victim to elicit sympathy and manipulate your actions. They might try to control who you spend time with, expressing disapproval of your other friends or partners. They might pressure you into making decisions you're uncomfortable with or try to dictate your choices regarding your career, lifestyle, or personal beliefs. Manipulation can also involve dishonesty, withholding information, or twisting situations to their advantage. The underlying goal is often to maintain power or influence over you, ensuring their needs and desires take precedence. Being in a friendship characterized by manipulation and control can leave you feeling confused, trapped, and unsure of your own judgment. You might feel obligated to comply with their demands or constantly second-guess your own decisions to appease them. This erosion of your autonomy is a serious sign of a toxic dynamic. Friendships should empower you and respect your independence, not seek to control or manipulate you for someone else's benefit. Recognizing these tactics is vital for reclaiming your personal power. Two final, often intertwined, signs of a toxic friendship are a consistent disrespect for your personal boundaries and a persistent imbalance in the relationship's give and take. Healthy relationships require mutual respect for boundaries, the limits we set regarding our time, energy, personal space, and emotional capacity. A toxic friend, let's imagine Taylor, might repeatedly ignore your stated boundaries. Perhaps they call or text excessively despite you asking for space, show up unannounced, share personal information you ask them to, keep private, pressure you into lending money or resources, or dismiss your no as if it's merely a suggestion. This disregard shows a fundamental lack of respect for you as an individual. Closely linked to this is often a consistent imbalance in the friendship. Does it feel like you are always the one giving, offering emotional support, time, energy, or even financial help, while the other person predominantly takes? They might only reach out when they need something, dominate conversations with their own issues without asking about yours, or consistently cancel plans last minute without consideration. While all friendships have periods where one person might need more support, a persistent, long-term pattern where the relationship feels overwhelmingly one-sided is draining and unsustainable. It leaves you feeling used, depleted, and resentful. If a friend consistently disrespects your limits and the relationship feels like a one-way street where you do most of the giving, it's a strong indicator that the dynamic is unhealthy and fundamentally unbalanced. We've walked through 7 significant signs that can indicate a friendship has become toxic: constant criticism, excessive negativity, jealousy, lack of support, manipulation, disrespect for boundaries, and a persistent imbalance. Recognizing these patterns in your own life can be painful and confusing. It's hard to accept that someone you care about might be negatively impacting your well-being. Please know that your feelings are valid. If many of these signs resonated with you, it's okay to feel sad, angry, or disappointed. The crucial next step is understanding why acknowledging this toxicity and potentially letting go is so important. Staying in a toxic friendship can severely damage your self-esteem, drain your emotional energy, impact your mental health, and prevent you from forming genuinely healthy, supportive connections. You deserve friendships that uplift you, respect you, and contribute positively to your life. Letting go of a toxic friendship isn't an act of cruelty. It's an act of self-preservation and self-respect. It's about choosing your own peace and well-being. This process can be difficult, and it's okay to seek support from other trusted friends, family, or a therapist. We encourage you to reflect honestly on your friendships. We'd be grateful if you shared your thoughts or perhaps general experiences, without specific names, of course, in the comments below. Creating a supportive space for discussion is valuable. If this video provided some clarity or resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on navigating relationships and prioritizing mental health. Share it if you think it might help someone else recognize an unhealthy dynamic. Remember, you have the right to choose friendships that nourish your soul. Thank you for watching and for taking this step towards healthier connections.